The angels told me the real life story of Mary Butler by Mary B. Francis and A.Z. Love. Cousin Sally and Cousin Buddy. I'm remembering when I am a young girl. It was around the year 1953. I am living in Jacksonville, Florida, with my mama and my two brothers. I am around 8 years old. I'm a skinny, caramel skinned girl with long, fluffy, curly hair. Folks say that Thomas and I have hair like our mothers, and I have dimples and a smile like my father's. Thomas is the youngest sibling. He is 5 years younger than me, so that would make him three. My brother Oliver is 7, and his hair is thicker than Thomas and mine. His skin tone is much lighter, like a brown paper bag. Oliver is quiet and doesn't like to play a lot. One hot summer day, my brother Thomas and I are playing in the bedroom of our tiny, dull, two-room apartment. Our apartment is on the first floor. Mama made the biggest room in the apartment the bedroom. We do everything in the bedroom. You may as well say we live in that room. It's the only room in the house that has a door. That is a door that leads to the outside. We all sleep in that dimly lit room. Mama sleeps on the only bed in the house. It's a regular sized bed with a dingy looking mattress on top of a lopsided box spring. On top of Mama's bed is a military blanket. We have plenty of military blankets. I guess that's a good thing because the leftover blankets sometimes become pallets. We children slept on pallets that we made on the floor. They're not at all like the bed pallets of today. Our pallets are made of pillowcases stuffed with clothing, old rags, blankets, you name it. It's made from anything soft like that you can sleep on. In the summertime, sleeping on pallets on the floor is not so bad, but in the wintertime, the floor can get really cold. I mean really cold. The second room is so small, I don't know if it can even be called a room because it does not have a door to it. It looks about as big as a love seat. There is a small coffee table in the tiny room with a hot plate used for cooking on it and piled high with whatever else we can fit on that table. I was just about to tag Thomas and yell, "You're it!" when someone began knocking on the door. I heard Mama saying, "Who is it?" "It's me, Cousin Sally," the voice replies on the other side of the door. Mama quickly opens the door and let Cousin Sally in. Cousin Sally came waltzing into our bedroom and then suddenly stops short. She looks at me and my brother Thomas and says, "Ooh, Daisy," talking to Mama. "You should let me take these two pretty little curly head babies with me," and began to ruffle our hair with her rough looking hands. Come to think of it, I never did like people touching my hair. Mama immediately looks at us and asks, "Do y'all want to go home with Cousin Sally?" Me and Thomas looked at each other with wide eyes. Now, Cousin Sally is Mama's first cousin. She and her husband, Uncle Buddy, live somewhere near Macon, Georgia. They had taken Oliver with them to Georgia last month. He stayed with them for about a week. Oliver said that he had fun while at Cousin Sally's house. I remember him saying that she was good to me. We both replied quickly, "Yes, we want to go." Mama then turns and looks at Cousin Sally. Mama didn't have to turn her head much because it looks like the room has gotten even smaller after Cousin Sally came in. Mama asked, "When you bringing them back?" "Next week," Cousin Sally replies. Next, Mama took a large brown paper bag and put me one dress and one pair of underwear that she had made for me in it. She then put a pair of short pants and a short sleeved shirt in the bag for Thomas. She didn't put any underwear in the bag for Thomas. We didn't have much, and the weather was so hot. Now that we were all packed and ready to go, Mama hands me the paper bag. "Y'all be good now," she says, reaching out her arms, hugging both of us. When we went outside, I could see Cousin Buddy sitting on the driver's side in an old, white-looking two-seater car. It don't look like we would fit in his small car. It was an old model car that we soon learned had to be hand cranked to start. It was definitely an antique, and today it would be worth a whole lot of money. As I was wondering where us kids would sit, Cousin Buddy jumps out of the car and opens what may have been the trunk. He then removes some things from this small compartment and motions with his hand and said with a big grin, "Come on, y'all, and get in the buddy seat." He lifts me up and put me in the buddy seat. Afterwards, he lifts Thomas up and put him next to me and said, "Y'all be all right. Just don't move around and you won't fall out." And that's where we sat for the entire ride. Cousin Buddy smiles and walks to the front of the car. He bends down and turns this rusty-looking knob sticking out from the front of the car. After turning that rusty-looking knob around and then around again, the car starts, and Cousin Buddy got back into the driver's seat. We all wave and shout goodbye to Mama and Oliver as they stood in the window of our small two-room apartment, waving goodbye. I sure hope that I don't miss Mama too much. I have never been away from home before. Follow me at the Mighty Storm of Poetry.